your own path. You're gonna learn the way how you want to be, how you want to approach the game and approach your development. It's because there is so many great goalies that approach the game different way. You have to be correlates with your personality and your the gut inside. What tells you what's better, how to play better. And again, going back to young guys, I feel like it's important to have that love for the game, because I'm 36, but I'm still that little kid from small town in Russia, that loves the game, loves to compete, and I'm excited for the upcoming challenge, to play against the best team in the West and compete against those great guys, great players.
So I hear that, and I think about one thing: when you're 40, will you still be playing?
We'll see. We take one day at a time, so we'll see.
Well, one of the things that Spencer Knight, one of your old partners, said, his biggest takeaway from working with you was, for as long as you've been doing it, as successful as you've been, you're not somebody who is rigid in going, it has to be always done a certain way. You're open to new ideas and different ways of doing things. How often are you kind of thinking of or looking into, is there a better way to prepare? Is there a better way to recover?
Yeah, I'm always always open for the new things. There is some things that I love to do. There is some kind of foundation, but I also open to challenge that. Because that's how the evolution goes. You challenge new things, you challenge the old things, and you come up with the new things that makes you better. That's how I feel that is important for growth, for developing, to always play, always be open for the new things, new opportunities.
So I was watching online on YouTube back in 2013, 12 years ago. You won your first Vezina, and you came on the set with us in Chicago at the Stanley Cup Final, and we presented you with the Vezina trophy. And it's not like you're old, but back then you looked so young. And I wanted to ask you, when you look back at yourself, when you first came back over to the NHL, what is the thing about you that you would most look back at and laugh at about how you were?
I think more it's the one thing, it's the stubbornness probably. It's just that's what, talking about the new things, it wasn't the case. It just has to be my way, that's it. That was makes it fun for sure. So now as you get older, you learn that there is not only one way to approach the thing.
Don't have to play every game.
That stubbornness, I think brings smile to my face when I think back.
What was the thing you were most stubborn about?
It's just, I don't know, it's just everything. The practices, everything is just, it was kind of locked and you can't move it.
Wow. I just wondered, Sergei, back here for a second time as a defending champion, the Edmonton Oilers, you've got them for potentially 7 games again. So how are you approaching that from your position? Yeah,
it's exciting. They got good team. They got a good goaltender. They got really good defense. Obviously, great offense. It's going to be a good challenge, and it's going to be a good hockey game. So I just want to enjoy every time, every minute, and compete. It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be lots of things happening. But I just wanted to be present and take the full advantage of this opportunity.
Great. Thanks very much, Sergei. Appreciate it
so much, sir.
Thank you.
So, Corey, how fast, how slow has time gone for you, considering 5 times in the last 6 years here and 6 times dating back to 2007? How does time compute in your mind?
It's gone both ways, because there's been highs, there's been lows. Obviously in 07, it's the highest feeling that you're going to get in this game. It is getting a chance to hoist that trophy over your head and have that Stanley Cup in your hands. And then you can say, there's some rough patches in the middle there. Being bought out by Anaheim, that was a pretty low moment. But I put it behind me. I focused on what was ahead, and it's gotten me to 5 finals. I haven't had a chance to win, but I've been there, been a part of it, and it's something that I'm still chasing.
You know, I was watching Colby's interview with you from a couple rounds ago, and the funny line where your son said, "Mommy said one more year," and I actually was thinking about that. I can't imagine you not in the NHL, and I can't imagine what you would think that would be like not to be in the NHL, because clearly you love it so much.
Well, that's the thing, is I love coming to the rink every day. I love being a part of, you know, the bond, the brotherhood, being a part of training camp, and seeing new faces that are coming to the team, and seeing that grow over the course of the season. I love being on the ice every day with the guys, and obviously that competitive fire is still inside me. And yeah, I mean, he said Mom said one more year, but we'll see where.
Daddy said 3 more years.
I said last year 5 more, so we'll see where it goes.
Like, I wonder, like, who's on this team? Like, I remember Alex Pietrangelo talked about one of the things he loves still about playing is being in the room and guys busting each other's chops. So, like, on this team, who dishes it out really well and who takes it really well?
I would say Pickard's probably the one that takes it the best. He's a character. He keeps the guys together, and he's everywhere. He's talking to everybody. He's always talking, and but the guys that dish it out, it's pretty much everybody. Everybody can dish it. Everybody takes it because they have to, because that's what brothers are. You have to be able to take it, and you have to be able to give it.
So what goes into the art of getting under somebody's skin nowadays? Because obviously the game has changed, the world has changed. How do you do that effectively today?
I can't give away my secrets. That's something I won't. But it's just that is who I am. It's just what I do. I don't. Sometimes it's not even meaning to do it. It just happens, and it comes across that way. But it's just who I am and how I'm built and how I play the game of hockey.
What's it about this team that you like so much?
Well, I think we're mature. We're older, and not just in age, in growth, and from everybody. We can still what happened last year, losing, having that feeling in Game 7. Taking this summer to reflect and going through a whole season on how are we going to get back there? What are we going to do? And I think you see in the playoffs, when our back's been against the wall, we've been able to come out and change the script and do anything that you needed to be done to win a playoff game and then win a playoff round. And we've done it all sorts of ways. We've scored a bunch of goals. And we've done it on the defensive end. So, we take pride in our defensive game. It starts from our net out, and that's how we've been talking about all playoffs.
When you won your first cup, you had Niedermayer, you had Pronger, you had Solani.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I would like to ask about how, because McDavid and Dressa are clearly the leaders of this team, and they're clearly respected. Can you just, how do those two compare to those guys in the way they lead a team and ran the room and things like that?
Well, you could say they're pretty similar in some ways. I mean, not the way, maybe the way they play the game as well, but Prongs was on a different level. Mm-hmm. He was nasty. He was hard to play against, and in the room he demanded a lot. He demanded everybody play that same way, and I think that's the same way in that dressing room. Is Leo and Connor, they demand a lot. They want perfection. You're not going to get perfection every night, but that's what they're looking for. And not just in themselves, but everybody else around them. And that's what's brought us together is, they've taken charge of this team and running with it, but everybody's following.